We're here at the the Swift River Sportsman Club in Belchertown, Massachusetts on June 14th, 2014 to celebrate Flag Day. There's a Second Amendment rally going on, and what a better guest to bring is one of the best defenders of the Second Amendment, Larry Pratt of Gun Owners of America. And I want to ask Larry about the Article 5 Constitution Convention, or Convention of the States. There's been a renewed effort the last couple of years. Mark Levin's book has been advocating one. You've got guys like Mike Farris of Homeschool Legal Defense Association that has a lot of credibility in the conservative Christian community. So lots of people are kind of rushing into this without actually examining all the information. And why should gun owners not only be concerned about it, but should work to oppose an Article 5 convention?
Well, in my personal opinion, what's being overlooked is the lack of any specific direction in the Constitution as to how you would conduct such a convention. Is it going to be limited to the call to, say, balanced budget or whatever it might be? Well, actually, if we look back in our history, our current Constitution came out of a convention that was tasked only with amending the Articles of Confederation.
That's right.
And yet they went ahead and replaced
Which is a good thing they did.
But they gave us a little precedent that there was no way to stop them. There was no way. The only thing you could do would be to vote down the product of that convention. And that means we would be playing defense for the next probably 5 or 6 years, whatever was the stipulated time for ratification. So we don't think we need to go there. We are at the moment in the ascendancy politically. We've just won an election in Virginia that's reverberating
around the country.
And in Washington, where they're particularly hard of hearing, but they heard that. And it just strikes me that when we can see changes like that, we can, if we get a Speaker of the House who's either directed by his caucus or a new Speaker that would get behind it, we could stop everything that Obama's doing by just cutting the money.
Cutting the money up.
And then if we get a pro-American president to follow, then we could actually take it off the books. So I think our political solution through the normal legislative political elective process is a whole lot more plausible and more likely, and it's easier, I think, for us to control, because once that convention sits down, again, the Constitution doesn't say what they can exactly do. They can basically do anything they want.
Even though if they got instructions from their states, in fact this weekend or just a few days ago they had a big meeting in Indianapolis, Indiana, Article 5 supporters, saying that we're going to sort of set the ground rules, but they can convene and the ground rules can be tossed out the window.
Absolutely. There's no way to enforce the adherence to those rules whatsoever.
You also have people on the left, and we got a little article here that just came working together to rewrite the Constitution that we recommend. And you can't keep the George Soros faction out, the so-called progressives out of this convention. And they're working just as hard through a group like Wolfpack, funded by Soros, to do that. So again, could people want to get a hold of your group?
We're at gunowners.org, and one thing I would really appreciate if folks would go to that gunowners.org website and sign up for our legislative alerts. It's free. And it keeps you in the loop about what they're doing in Washington, not just Second Amendment, but related issues about speech and about the Fourth Amendment. And
I tell you what, Common Core is another issue, because
it's anti-Second Amendment to the core.
Because they're asking young people in these little data mining, are there guns in your home? Would you want someone from school to take your guns away? And of course, then you're on record as having these guns. Total intrusion. So the bottom line is that we have plenty of problems. And by the way, the remedy, the notion that the states will do the right thing. Well, Connecticut, just south of us, Rhode Island, and many New York have passed some ridiculous
Colorado
anti-gun, anti-freedom resolutions.
Exactly
so
right.
the thought that they'll do the right thing, but the federal government will always do the wrong thing.
And there are some sheriffs in the country that will openly nullify those laws of their state, but there's not enough.
Not enough.
And so that's a good thing, but it's not what I would call a complete solution.
So again, we think that gun owners should actively oppose an Article 5 convention. In fact, I think it was 1987, the NRA passed a resolution at their convention, and we hope that they will revisit this and we can get your group and other groups to formally come out against this. So we want to thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And may God bless your efforts.
Hey, you too.